Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. And today we are back with another video, and this time around we are going to be reflecting on 2025. This is the year-end wrap-up video that I wanted to do. I do these every year, or I mean, now I do. I don't know how long this channel has been active, probably like a good 2 or 3 years, but no, I try to do these wrap-up videos at the end of the year because they're super important. I think I think everyone would like to know how the year has gone, for me anyway, if anyone cares, and that's kind of why I want to do them. But how we're going to start this video, we're going to do two things here. We're going to do a whole wrap-up here. I got like 4 different wrapped things that were a part of my year. I did not include Spotify or anything like that, just because like there were more important wraps that I really wanted to cover. And then after we get through all these wraps, there's 4 of them. There's 4 different categories here. We are going to go through just the year in general and what went on, and what my goals for next year are, what I'm planning on doing next year, and stuff like that. So that is kind of the plan. We'll go from there, but yeah, man, this year's been crazy. It's been real nuts, and I've tried to be as consistent as possible with content. It's hard because, one, not only is this full-time, but also I do work another job that I consider full-time because, it's part of, the world now. I do it. I do a lot. So it's crazy. I am going to add one thing here. Give me 1 second. All right. So let's jump into this, shall we? All right. Beautiful. Yeah, I think that'll do her. All right. So let's get into this. So this is the Twitch wrapped, which is kind of like a recap of everything that's happened on Twitch. For those who don't know, I do stream. I've been streaming on Twitch for a decade, which is crazy. Been a Twitch affiliate for 8 of those years, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, these are like the highest scores, I guess, for streams. 587 hours streamed. It's a lot of hours, a lot of time put in. I stream it at least 5 days a week. I put that much in. Whether or not they are long streams, debatable. 201 total streams, so there's 365 days a year. I have streamed at least 2/3 of the year, which is crazy. I'm pretty sure that's right. 365. It sounds right. 2/3. I've streamed 2/3 of the year, so I think that's good. That's really good because I try to be consistent, and sometimes I fail at that. But 202 distinct days streamed. I don't know what distinct means, but maybe in a row. That can't be right, though. I've missed a bunch of streams. But anywho, total hours watched of streamers, 211. I believe that's what that means, is streamers I've watched, which doesn't sound right because, like, I don't think I've watched Twitch a lot. I've watched more YouTube than I have Twitch. If there's any streamer I've watched, it's been Gothalion, because that man is the only content creator on Twitch that I care about in the slightest. So that's that. Moving on to the next one. Top categories that I've streamed in. Marvel Rivals, I'm in the top 10% for, which is really cool. I like Rivals a lot. Rivals is a really good multiplayer game. It's up there with Destiny 2, which Destiny 2 is also on this list, and I'm in the top 10% of streamers for that. I'm also in the top 10% for Death Stranding 2 on the beach, because I played that game the most out of all single-player games this year. Just Chatting as well. I guess Just Chatting is my other top category because it was, I don't know when I was in Just Chatting. I could not tell you, literally. Like, maybe it was for some video I was watching, but like I've been in the special events category more than Just Chatting, but I don't know. And then Ghost of Yotai, which makes sense because I platinumed that game as well as beat it. So that was a good time. But yeah, we'll get into the top stream here as well. my top stream, 5 viewers, which is a miracle. It's super hard to grow on Twitch, and I think everyone knows that. But if you don't know that, yeah, it's hard to grow on Twitch. Probably the one reason I don't grow on Twitch is, one, I am a smaller streamer, but also I don't use view bots, so that could be a factor, you know. Shout out to the people that are idiots and use view bots. I hate you. You're stupid. You ruin this platform, you know. You make it worse. You really do. And then my top tags are no reruns, not embedded, and AMA, which I use those tags because that's what Gathalion uses. I try to like use him for inspiration sometimes, and tags are definitely one thing. But yeah, anywho, moving on. Top channel emotes, 2,862 chats received, which is crazy because my top stream is 5 viewers. 5, and I don't fault anyone for like not coming into a stream. You know, people are busy, they got things to do, they got lives, you know. But the chats received is probably from bots and artists who demand my attention and who are self-centered. I just banned one on my channel today because they're stupid and I hate them. They're dumb. But these are the top emotes as well as chats received. Top channel emotes, Castle Love. I love that emote. I love my emotes. My emotes are great. The guy who made my emotes, his name is Sixton. He makes a lot of emotes for like the GTA RP community, which is Grand Theft Auto. His emotes are great. Like, genuinely, I'm so glad I decided to get like new emotes because, yeah, he really like brings life to these. You know, he brings life to my little knight. But yeah, Castle Love used 81 times. Dolan used 16 times. Ween used 19 times. H, which I think is the animated version, 15 times. And then LOL used 14 times. But yeah, my emotes are cool. If you want them, you could sub with Prime. Be pretty cool. You don't have to, though. I appreciate any support. Either way, let's get into the next part here. My biggest fans. Now, fun fact, these are all real viewers. Not artists looking for commissions or bots looking for attention. I'm pretty sure Jenny was a real person. Could be a bot, who knows. But I know Sober Soba and Puman, maybe J Skull, but these two, they are, I consider them my Destiny viewers, you know, because whenever I play Destiny, they pop in. They're really cool people. I really like them a lot. They're good folks. Lundy and Adam being my top fans as well. They are founders of the channel. They have been subbed pretty much. Lundy's been subbed since I was an affiliate, which I really appreciate him a lot. And Adam has been a good friend of the channel for some time. He's probably it's wild because he's probably like one of my best friends. Because like I don't have a lot of friends, and I consider him a best friend, even though he's across the pond. You know, he lives in the UK. So yeah, but we have a long running friendship. I think since like 2018, 2019, somewhere around there, maybe 2020. It's somewhere in those years, you know, but we've been friends for a long time, and I really appreciate him a lot. I do, and I hope he sees this video, because he's awesome. He's very cool. And then Citrus Final Boss and SMS, I usually see him pop in once in a while. Pretty cool people. These are real viewers. They're not fake. I don't have fake viewers here. No fakies. All real people, and they're very cool. But yeah, shout out to these people. They make me excited to stream on Twitch, to say the least. I find joy whenever I see them in my channel, so pretty cool. But moving on, crossovers. I did get a raid. I got 4 raids received. Biggest raid was Irving, I believe. I don't know the other raids, but yeah, Irving, pretty cool raid. Pretty cool raider. Pretty cool raiding guy. 9 clips made of me, and we're gonna jump into that. I love this clip. Clipped by Adam, my good friend of the channel, long running friend. This clip, you guys can go watch for yourself. I'm not gonna play it here, but this clip is great. It's this is when I was trying to get Lord with Penny. Penny's a tank, by the way, in Marvel Rivals. and I set up like a mine, like the spawner next to a wall on this map, and good golly, I got 2 people to just run in and die. The greatest thing. I love Penny. Penny's a great tank. Underrated tank even before the Rocket team up. Like, Penny's just an overall great tank, and I am Lord with her now. Am I playing Penny currently? No, I am playing Moon Knight. I'm trying to become Lord with him. So, yeah, pretty cool. That's my top viewed clip, which is crazy. It's featured too. It got like featured on the front page, not front page. I think it got featured on the clips thing. But 105 views. Probably one of my favorite Marvel Rivals clips. I have more. I just don't remember. I think some of them are Penny clips for sure, because I think Penny was where I was strongest character-wise, you know? But moving on. Hype happenings, 53 new followers. Most of those are probably bots. There's a good chance that most of those are bots, but, you know, it is what it is. 7 new subscribers. So that's 35 good little dollars. Appreciate you guys for doing that. And then points spent in the channel, 500. My points are weird because I wrote lore around the points. So it's just kind of a neat little thing to have. But, you know, pretty cool. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. But moving on from that, the whole recap in general. So 53 new followers, 211 hours watch. Maybe that hours watched is people who've watched me. That might make more sense. I don't know. But yeah, 211 total hours watched, 7 new subscribers, top categories. Overall, like, I'm happy with the year for streaming. I think I can do better on going live. That's one thing that I need to work on and work on getting up on time. But overall, man, it's been a pretty fun year for streaming, and I think next year will be just as fun. So pretty cool. And I think that might be it for Twitch. Now we're gonna move on to my favorite Wrapped of all time. This is Discord Wrapped, or Discord Checkpoint. The reason why this one is my favorite out of everything here is because this is like the least corporate Wrapped I've ever seen. It feels vibey, feels homey, feels cozy. This is a cool Wrapped, and it's not even for like what's in it, it's just the vibe of it. It's cool. I think it's only on mobile. I don't know if you can do it on PC, but I did it on mobile and wanted to get the screenshot sent over. But yeah, no, this is like this feels cool. It's a checkpoint like for the year, so it's like you get a little save point, which I think is really cool. And I think Discord should do more of these, because this is the first time I've seen this. So, but yeah, so this is the first one. Messages sent this year, 1,341. You were in the top 15.48% for messages sent on Discord, which is really cool. Yeah, I sent a lot of messages. Discord, I've been using Discord since 2016, whenever it came out. That sounds about right when it came out. Discord is probably the coolest platform ever. And, you know, there's certain features I don't use on Discord, but I like Discord for its simplicity and just the fact that you can have a little community. And I don't think there's been a thing like Discord, like, maybe like I think TeamSpeak was probably the last thing that was closest to Discord, and I did use that during my Counter-Strike days, but yeah, I don't use it anymore. And funny story, I think I've told this before, but like when I did Discord Hype Squad at PAX West, which I didn't really like doing it. It was a fun thing to do for the day, but I would never do it again. But when I was there, I ran into Datto. Datto does Destiny. For those who don't know, he's like a Destiny YouTuber content creator. And when I ran into him there, I was like, I was trying to get him to use Discord. I was like, nah, I use TeamSpeak, and I'm pretty sure he uses Discord now. But still, I thought it was really funny at the time trying to get him to use Discord. But moving on, total emoji used 108. I've used 108 emojis on Discord overall. Number 1 is the Dolan emote. Number 2 is the heart emote. Number 3 are a couple of my GIFs. I love the old man emoji, but then number 5 is my face. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I'm glad my face is being used, but these are my favorites. So those are the emojis I've used. I don't use a lot of emojis, but I try to do my best. Moving on. 208 hours in voice. That makes sense. I do game a lot with my friends in voice, so it's pretty cool. I was in the top 16.2% of Discord voice chatters worldwide. Around the same thing as chatters for text chat. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. My favorite servers, the places on Discord that you called home in 2025. Pretty cool. Yeah, Realm Cord, which is the main Discord I use for all content creation things. It's community for the Realm Keepers. Pretty cool. I like my Discord a lot, and I hope people like it too. If there's anything I can change in my Discord, like, let me know. If there's any changes that should be made, I would love to hear some input. But then also Freem's Cord, which is it's my second Discord server for another channel I run, which is really cool. It's like a Free Realms Discord community, which is nice. And then Revive Free Realms, I am in there on that same account. But I don't really chat in there that much. I like to be a part of things, you know? But yeah, this is my favorite Wrapped. I love this. This is cool. Moving on from that, my Discord squad, Gun Jambos. This is a friend from work that I play video games with on the regular. The Discord friends he spent the most time with this year. So, yes. And then, I don't know who ETA is. Oh, Detective. Who are these two? Those might be Destiny people, but Gun Jambos is a friend of mine from work. So, shout out to him. Shout out to him for being part of my Discord squad. And then, of course, my sidekick is also Gun Jambos. The voice chats are coziest when you're in them, too. It's pretty cool. Yeah, we spent, 94 messages sent and 174 hours in voice. Yeah, most of my voice chat time is with him. Teehee. Very cool. But yeah, shout out to him for being my Discord sidekick. Pretty cool guy. My favorite games according to Discord. You played 31 games this year. These were your favorites, which is interesting. So it's going off of like, because Twitch went off of what I streamed, but Discord is going off of what it registered. So Rivals was one of those, 162 sessions. Destiny 2, number 2, 112 sessions. Palia, 56 sessions, which is wild. It's probably true. Abiotic Factor, 28 sessions, or 26, whatever the number says. By the way, I have recorded that full playthrough of Abiotic Factor. It will be up sometime. I don't know when. Probably next year is my guess. I have it all recorded. I just haven't posted it. So it's sitting there. So, yeah. Liza P, 17 sessions. I like that Liza P is on there because I love Liza P. Great game. Probably my favorite Souls-like of all time. It's so good. But yeah, dude. Sick. Thanks, Discord. 31 games. I played 31. It's a lot of gaming. So Discord's quest system, I don't use it. I probably should, but I don't. I don't know. The quest system isn't my favorite just because, like, I see there's no value in it for me. You know, that's just me in general. But yeah, 4 quests completed this year. You earned 700 orbs, spend the Discord shop, and yeah, I don't vibe with it. But like, that's just one feature on Discord that I don't vibe with, and if I'm vibing with the rest, it don't matter, right? So yeah. Then moving on to your checkpoint decor. It says deco, but it's decor. So I guess they gave me like a little profile thing, which I thought was neat. I think I revealed it, but I don't know. Yes, I did. I got a cassette. That's my decor. So, but yeah, overall, this is my favorite Wrapped out of everything that has been going on this year. It's pretty cool that Discord's doing their own thing. I don't know if they did that last year, but I'm glad they're doing it this year. So, pretty cool. But moving on to the PlayStation Wrapped, which is probably another one of my favorites just because it's gaming related and not like content creation related or anything like that, but I find it really cool. So 2025 wrap up. Let's get into it. By the way, joined 2014, levels 378. Pretty cool. Your gaming style, Gunslinger. You spent 39% of your game time hitting targets with exceptional skill to secure your victory. That makes sense. I play a lot of Destiny, play a lot of Rivals, which I would say is a gunslinger type of game. And yeah, shooters are kind of my favorite. well, I don't play COD, so I guess not entirely my favorite, but guns with pew pews, 39% though is crazy. So I'm a shooter. Neato. But yeah, moving on from that. In 2025, you played 30 games. Discord says 31, so I think you're lying to me. 24 PS5 games, 6 PS4 games. Whoa, you played to your heart's content. I did. My top 5 games: Marvel Rivals, 593 hours, 15 trophies, 39% playtime. That's about how long I've spent in shooters. Interesting. Destiny 2, PS4 and PS5, 223 hours, 0 trophies, because I already have the plat, and 14% playtime. And then number 3, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, 122 hours, 55 trophies, platinum trophy, 8% playtime. Number 4, Abiotic Factor, 93 hours, 43 trophies, and 6% playtime. Number 5 is Ghost Yotai, 59 hours, 54 trophies, got the plat, and 3% playtime. So pretty cool. I guess with Abiotic Factor, I was close to the plat, but I did not get it. Thought I should mention that. But yeah, that's about right for my top 5 games, I believe. It's the most time I spent on them. So, but yeah, moving on. You played for 1,512 hours. Your devices and your favorite controller you use to enjoy the games you love this year. So PlayStation 5 hours played, 1,512. 859 play sessions and 30 games played. Pretty sick. Pretty cool. And then the controller I used was DualSense Edge Midnight Black. This is your top DualSense controller that put the power in your hands. Which will it be next year? Probably the same controller if it still works. The issue I'm having with the DualSense Edge, by the way, is the charger not charging sometimes, but that's the only thing. But yeah, I'm probably not going to be swapping out this controller unless they come out with another DualSense Edge. But I have 2 of them. I have the white one and the black one. So yeah, but moving on. 20 PlayStation Plus, you played more. Thank you for being a member. Wow, you've been a PS Plus member for 11.8 years. That makes sense. I got a PlayStation 4 in 2014 or 2013. So yeah. In 2025, you played 1 PS Plus game. See, PlayStation Plus for me has gone so downhill. I used to play so many games from PlayStation Plus, and now I don't. Which is so wild to me. That, like, I've only played 1, and I don't even know what it is. I have no idea. I could not tell you. But, yeah, I don't know. PlayStation Plus used to be, like, a really cool service, and now it's not, That's kind of how I feel about it, but anywho. In 2025, you earned 546 trophies. You crushed challenge after challenge this year, racking up an impressive collection of trophies, including some platinum. 6 platinum trophies. I know Ghost Yotai was 1, Death Stranding 2 was another. I think that might be all. I don't know what the other platinums were. I'd have to go and look, but 32 gold trophies, 107 silver, and 401 bronze. Your trophy level increased 12 levels from 366 to 378. Pretty sick. Pretty cool. And then moving on to the social stats, you got busy online. Let's see how active you were online with friends. Multiplayer hours, 835. That makes sense because I play Rivals. Abiotic Factor was another one. And then Destiny 2. Parties joined 2. Messages sent 7. And new friends 3. No broadcasts, no share play sessions. Just a little bit of gaming, And then that's a wrap. What are your final score and look to see what is to come? Summary of the year, Marvel Rivals, top game, 30 games played, 546 total trophies, and 1,512 hours played. Pretty cool. Yeah, I've been a part of PlayStation. That's funny. I've been playing on PlayStation as long as I've been streaming on Twitch. That's crazy. That's kind of wild. 11 years with PlayStation. I've been streaming on Twitch for 10. Nuts. That's crazy. That's wild. Anywho, more from PlayStation. So this is what's coming next year, which I'm not really looking forward to too much. From the little screenshot there, I'm excited for Wolverine. Halo coming to PlayStation is crazy. I don't know what these two are. Oh, this is a 007. I'm excited for that one. Don't know what that is. Really tiny images. Not excited for Marathon. I saw Marathon on there. I'm like, why are you pushing that? But other than that, I'm not really excited for a whole lot. Oh, I'm stupid. Pragmata. Yeah, I'm excited for Pragmata. That'll be fun. That'll be a fun time. I'm stupid. They're right here. That'll be fun. A lot of gaming next year. A lot of gaming. Looking forward to it. Now, the last wrap that we have for this video, and then we're going to get into the more important topics, is my Castle Keep wrapped. It's sort of a wrapped. It's an email. I got an email from YouTube because they didn't do a proper wrap for me, but it's fine. Castle Keep, which is my original channel, by the way. You started your channel on September 2nd, 2011, which means you've been a creator for at least 5,210 days. Fun fact, September 2nd, 2011, that's 5 days before my birthday. So I started my channel on, like, I wanted to do this, you know, which is cool. Neat. Your top video of the year, which, let's play back, is Red Dead Redemption 2, episode 28. Just a random playthrough of Red Dead 2, which I love that game. It's fun. 219 views, 3 likes, 137 hours of watch time on that, and 3 new subscribers. Where it all started this year. Update video, gaming content plans for 2025. True, that was where it all started. Very neat. Very cool. Moving on from that, you continue to engage and grow your community. You replied to 47 comments, you hearted 24 comments, and you created 168 community posts. A lot of those posts are just live posts, which that's usually what that's for, as I just use the community post for going live posts, which I hope people don't mind. I just do them to be like, hey, I'm live. If you want to see me live, you can. Crazy. But yeah, I reply to every comment, or I try to, and then I heart every comment. So, pretty cool. Closer look at the community you built. Discover who your fans are. Where your subscribers are from. United States, Brazil, and Canada. I'm reaching all over, dude. It's crazy. You're getting more views from these age groups. 18 to 24, 25 to 34, and 35 to 44. That seems like my demographic. Pretty cool. Days your audience is most active. Sunday, Monday, Friday. Which is funny because I don't post videos on Sunday. But it's weird. It's very strange. Very, very strange. So yeah. And I think that's it for the Wrapped. Yeah, that is it. So that is that segment of this video. We're gonna get into the main beef of this video. Which I don't know if anyone's gonna care about this, but I would like to talk about things and stuff. I would like to do that if you guys don't mind. So, jumping into this, I have a whole thing I want to talk about throughout this year because it's very important. So, just in general, I've been a content creator since 2011 to this year. So, for 14 years, I've been creating content on YouTube, Twitch, what have you, you know. But this year was pretty important because this year we celebrated 10 years of streaming on Twitch, which I'm pretty sure I streamed for that day. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did because I was not going to miss 10 years of streaming. I wasn't going to miss that, dude. You can't, if you miss that, that's awful. But yeah, I've been streaming on Twitch for a decade, which is crazy. It's nuts to think about because my first stream was Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor, which was crazy. That was my first stream, and that was on PlayStation that I was streaming that on, not on like a capture card or anything, just on PlayStation. That's when my first stream started, and my first stream had a lot of viewers, like enough to get partnership back then. Now I don't get the same amount of viewership, but it's whatever, you know. But yeah, come a long way. And then also in June, so that was back in January where we celebrated a decade of streaming on Twitch. And then in June, I celebrated 8 years of affiliation with Twitch, which I was an affiliate probably when the program first started or months after it had started. But No, I became a Twitch affiliate a week after I graduated, an exact week after I graduated from high school, and I was kind of like determined and set on pushing to become a full-time content creator, which I'm still trying to push for that, and I still do a lot to try and make it work, but you know, sometimes it doesn't, and that's fine. But yeah, and then outside of Twitch, we continued with discussion videos, vlogs, etc. on this channel, which is kind of the main goal. Because I like putting out content. I like just discussing things, having talks. You know, that's kind of what this channel is for. I started a couple new series, though. I started a new series called Based on Opinion, which mainly that whole series was centered around my thoughts on things, and if you guys wanted to know more about me, that's what that series was for. The series is now wrapped. There's 20 episodes of Based on Opinion, which is cool. It was something I just wanted to do. I don't know. It was like an idea I had. I was like, well, what if people don't know a whole lot about me and want to know more, and they can't get that through discussion videos or vlogs? You know, so that's what that whole series was for, and I hope someone got something out of it. You know, that'd be cool. But, yeah. And I started another new series. I don't know if I'm going to do more of it. It's kind of an up-in-the-air thing, but I started a new series called Blame the Game, which I'm essentially going to... If there's a game that comes out, I play it, and I don't like it, we're going to review the game. And that's the whole purpose of that series, is blame the game. You gotta, like, it's basically crapping on the game because it was bad, you know? I don't know if I'd ever review Marathon, because I think that's the next one that I think is going to do so bad. But I don't know. It's kind of a up in the air thing, but we'll see if I do more with that series. If not, it'll be a one and done deal, and maybe I won't do it anymore, but we'll see. I also did just regular content for the year. That was kind of my my goal, was to put out as much content as I possibly could, and I really wanted to kind of nail home on that and just put out as much as I can, and that's kind of the goal for next year as well. But again, I also try to stream. I try my best to stream consistently and for longer hours, just because, like, you know, I pride myself on, like, trying to do everything I can to put out as much as I can, to work as hard as I can. And if I don't do that with streaming, it's kind of like, you know, it sucks. I really strive to do that. I strive to go live on time and stream for 4 to 6 hours, and sometimes I can't do that. You know, either I've got work or I've got other things I need to do, but, you know, it's kind of been this year, and I'm hoping next year I can kind of fix that. But again, we'll see. Now, the big thing this year was not what I was expecting to do, but I rebranded my original YouTube channel, and it got reinstated after 6 years. We talked about that last year, how it got reinstated, and that I was going to do a lot with it. And I did that. I rebranded the original YouTube channel. Not rebranded, but, like, I changed the name of the channel, and I updated a lot of the thumbnails, fixed a lot of descriptions, fixed a lot of titles. I fixed the entire channel from being what it was to what it is now, which is really cool. I'm glad I was able to do that. All my original playthroughs are there from, like, 2011 to onwards, when I stopped working on the channel, which was probably, like, 2016. But, yeah, that channel was kind of the lifeblood of how I started, like, doing content creation, and I'm glad I have the channel back. I'm glad it's there. And what I did with that channel was basically I just played single player games on that channel. I did multiplayer a bit, but, like, not a whole ton. But what I've done with that channel is I've brought back single player video game playthroughs, which I think is really cool that I get to do that. I get to play video game playthroughs not just on Twitch, but also on YouTube, that I get to record and have a ball with. So that was kind of that. And then, yeah, we've just been doing playthroughs on that channel constantly. I have, like, I want to say nearly 20 new playthroughs on the channel, which is really neat. Maybe over 10, something like that. But I'm going to continue making content on that channel. I'm still recording stuff before the year ends. So that's kind of the plan, is to put out as much content as I can on that channel. until I run out of stuff to do, which is very possible. I could run out of stuff, but I don't think I'm going to. But yeah, and then after working on Castle Keep, I had the idea, by the way, that's the name of the rebranded channel, is Castle Keep. Keeping, the original channel intact is kind of the meaning behind that name. But then I made another channel because I had an idea to put single player games I play on Twitch on a YouTube channel, just to have them there so people can watch them on YouTube instead of on Twitch. And yeah, basically a VOD channel, and it's called Castle Rampart, which is just another name that I thought I'd throw in there for the medieval theme. But yeah, and it's strictly gonna be single player games. So playthroughs I do that I live stream, and those videos don't go on Castle Keep, they go on Castle Rampart. So yeah, and I think it's a good purpose for that channel, is just to be a VOD channel, But yeah, that's been all the content this year. I'm probably going to cover the Kyle Freems stuff on another channel, just so you all know. But last few things I want to talk about. I finally put out music for Echo Identity, which Echo Identity is my artist channel. It's where I make music and where I do vocals and all that sort of stuff. I've written like 3 albums worth of songs, and I really want to put them out. And I finally put out music this year, just not a lot. I put out a song called Isolationship, which is a very personal song to me. All these songs are personal, but like that one specifically, it's a big one. And then I put out Burden. So I put out Isolationship in February, on Valentine's Day, by the way. Then I put out Burden sometime in the summer, I believe. And then I put out a Late in November. So 3 songs throughout this year. I really wish I had more time to work on them and to get everything out, but yeah, I finally got the chance to put out music, and the goal for next year is to do a lot more, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But for this year in general, I made some goals for myself to kind of put like, plan in action. So 2025 goals were to start Echo Identity and debut the self-titled album, which is Echo Identity, which was half started. So I've at least done some work on it. That was the goal for 2025. Number 2, fix YouTube channels. Done. The YouTube channels are all fixed, which is really nice. Create new content for Castle Keep. Done. I created so much content for that channel. Post content on Castle and Kyle Freem semi-regularly. Done. Which is pretty cool. And consistently stream for at least 4 or 6 hours. Not started. I haven't done that because I've been streaming 2 or 3 hours. So my goals for next year, I've kind of shortened it down from streaming and, fixing channels to these simple things. So my goals for 2026, I mean, we got, 3 out of 5 ain't bad for goals started in 2024 to do in 2025. Like, dude, I did pretty dang good for a small content creator who works a part-time job. I'm doing pretty dang good, I'd say. But my goals for 2026, number 1, continue to put out content for Castle and Kyle Freems. Those are channels I still want to do stuff on, so they might not be as frequent depending on what I want to do or what I want to talk about, what I want to play. Number 2, finish video game playthroughs for Castle Rampart and Castle Keep. I really want to record a bunch, get a bunch of content done for those channels, have a bunch of stuff posted. That is the goal. And number 3, third goal and the final goal, is put out more music for Echo Identity and also release the self-titled album in 2026. That is the goal that I have for next year. I think those goals are feasible. I'm going to work on music as much as I can. That's the goal. That is the goal. If there's a day I need to work on music, I'm going to do that. That's going to be it. But other things I want to do in 2026. I want to get more art done. I want to get more emotes done. I want to do more with that. Because I feel like I don't do enough with art. I did a lot of rebranding over the years, and I think next year I'm going to try and get some artists to work on stuff for me, which I think would be really cool. But yeah, so emotes are, I'm going to try and get all that stuff done. But next year, we celebrate 11 years of streaming on Twitch, which is really cool. I don't know if we'll do a big mega stream for that, but 11 years is a long time. I'll probably do a stream for it. And then we also celebrate 9 years of being a Twitch affiliate in 2026. So that'll be really cool. Next year is going to be a big year, I feel like, for games. But it's going to be a big year for me because I'm going to try and put more music out. I think that's kind of my big thing next year is focus on music. Because a lot of this year was not only Echo Identity, but a lot of this year was doing YouTube and trying to get all of that done. So trying to finalize YouTube stuff, getting that done. I feel like music was put on the back burner. But man, this year or next year, like, I'm going to be putting a ton of music out. I'm going to try. My goal, like, along with, like, putting out more music, I want it, not only do I want to put out the self-titled album, I want to put out, like, 3 or 5 songs from my next project, which that's the goal. But again, I don't know how feasible that is. You know, that's a lot of music I got to put out. And if I do all that, that'll be super neat. But again, we will see what happens. I don't know what 2026 holds. Could be another pandemic. Who knows? Anything could happen next year, you know, but I'm going to keep on keeping on, as they say in Death Stranding. And I'm going to try to do my best. Try to put out as much content as I can. And, you know, I hope you guys stick around with me for the ride. Hopefully things go well next year for content creation in general. Hopefully I grow some more. Hopefully, you know, maybe one day we will see Twitch partnership and maybe we will make a career out of this thing. I think that would be really cool, you know. But anywho, that's going to be the reflection on 2025 done and wrapped up. That's going to be I can't speak. That's going to be the video for today. But thank you guys for watching, hanging out. I appreciate it a ton. And I will see you guys next year. And yeah, good. Bye.